Hello guys, welcome to a special video presentation by Crypto Africa on how to make a profit trading the coin margin contract on Binance Future. So without much ado, I'll be going straight to what we have to cover today. So today we'll be covering in this video how to open a futures account. You will also learn in this video how to fund your futures account, and then we'll move on to explain the Binance coin margin futures, including the perpetual swap and then the quarterly futures. Then we'll also go on to explain to you how to trade on Binance futures. We'll explain how to trade on Binance futures, how to place trades, the risks involved, and then the various other types. And then I'll also go on to explain to you the profit and loss, that is P and L. P and L stands for profit and loss. I'll explain to you how the P and L is calculated. And then in the last section of this video, in the last part of this video, we're going to have a live trading section where you see me live enter into positions and exit positions, so you get a wonderful experience on how the trading process actually works here on the Binance coin margin future. So stay with us guys as we proceed on this one. Thank you very much. So the first thing you want to do is to create a Binance futures account. So to create a Binance futures account, I'll drop a link on the description of this video which you can use to do that. I encourage you to use the link which I'll drop, because if you use that link, you will get a 10% discount on your trading fees. Okay, so you click on the link which I'll drop on the description of this video. When you click on that link, it will take you to your browser, and then your browser should look something like this. So on your browser, you need to enter your email address, you need to enter a password, and then you need to click on create an account. If that is done correctly, an email with a pin will be sent to your email address. All you need to do is copy that pin on the email and then use it to verify your email address, and you would have successfully created your Binance futures account. You would have successfully created your Binance futures account. Alternatively, if you already have a Binance account, you do not need to create a new account. What you can do is to log into your app. You can log into the mobile application and then you click on wallet. When you get to this interface, what you need to do next is to click on futures. You could see futures at the top here, so you need to click on futures. It would prompt you to agree to the disclaimer. You prompt you to agree to read and agree to the disclaimer, so you just need to check that, and then you click on open an account. You click on open an account and you would have successfully created your futures account. So guys, after opening your futures account on Binance, the next thing you want to do is to fund that account. So to fund your futures account, I'll quickly go over to our app and I'll show you very quickly how that is done. So you can open your app and this is what you get. Now the first thing you will need to do is to ensure you have funds on your account. You should have funds on your account. Okay, you can see I have $18 in BNB. Now you can fund your account either by depositing from an external wallet to your account, or you could buy cryptos directly on Binance using the buy with cash option. So now when you do any of these things, the funds will be available on your spot balance. So you can see the funds are currently available on my spot balance because I have deposited from an external wallet at this time. All right, so what you need to do to fund your futures account, you need to click on transfer. You click on wallet first and then you click on transfer. So when you get to transfer, you want to transfer from your sports wallet to your futures wallet. So but what we have here is catch, so you could click on catch and then you select the options here. This is the coin margin futures, so you click on coin margin futures, right? So you click on coin margin futures. We have here, then you select the coin which you want to transfer. Okay, so I'll click on that, and what I have is BNB, so I'll click on BNB. All right, now I can decide to transfer my entire BNB from my sports wallet to my futures account, to my futures wallet to fund it. But I really don't want to do that. I just want to transfer 0.4 BNB. So that's what I'm going to do. And then transfer is free, so you just need to click on transfer and it says transfer successful. By doing this, you have successfully funded your futures account. So you just Okay guys, so at this point I would like to quickly explain to you about the coin margin futures on Binance and then the USDT margin futures. So to do that, I'll simply open my application once more and then I'll click on futures. So as you can see at the top here, there is the USDT margin futures and then there's the coin margin futures. Now in a very simple term, that will make you understand this, right? In the USDT margin futures, your margin balance, your profit and your loss are all recorded in USDT. USDT. That means you enter the trade in USDT. Even if you were having any other cryptos, you would need to sell those cryptos for USDT to enter into the trade. That's what it means. However, with the coin margin futures, you can actually enter into a futures position with your cryptos, right? You could enter into a futures position with your cryptos. So you could see here that there are different kind of cryptos you can use in entering into the coin margin futures. You could use your BTC to enter into the position. You could use your ETH, you could use ADA, you could use Link, you could use BNB to enter into your futures trade. Okay, so that's actually the difference between the coin futures and then the USDT futures. Hello guys, so there are two types of futures contracts on Binance. There's perpetual futures contract and then the quarterly futures contract. I'll quickly open my Binance application to show you these different types of contracts and then explain to you how it all works. So here on my Binance application, you can see I'm under futures, then I'm also under the coin margin futures. So if I click on this, you could see there is the quarterly futures and then there is the perpetual futures. Now the question now is, what is the difference between the quarterly futures and the perpetual futures? Now in the quarterly futures, the contract expires at the end of every quarter. Now what this means is that if you enter into a trading position, you need to be mindful of the expiration date, because on that expiration date, if you have any open position, it will be closed. However, in a perpetual futures contract, instead of the contract to be closed on a specific date, it is simply rolled over, hence the name perpetual contract, perpetual futures contract. So that is the difference between a perpetual futures contract and then the quarterly futures contract. Going forward, guys, I'll be teaching you how to place trade on the Binance futures. So to place trade on the Binance futures, you can follow the steps which I've outlined on this slide, and I will leave a link on the description of this video that will enable you to download the slide if you're interested. But then let's go over to the Binance application now to do it, so you can see live how to place trades on the Binance futures. Now, to place trade on Binance futures, make sure you've created a futures account and then you funded your account. We already explained that previously. So the next thing you need to do is to click on futures. Here on futures, we call that there's the USD margin futures and then the coin margin futures. Let's stay with the coin margin futures. The next thing you want to do is that you want to choose your order type, your trading pairs. Okay, your trading pairs, the various pairs. All right, so there are a couple of trading pairs here. You could choose anyone that works best for you. I personally prefer using the BNB USD pair, so I'll click on that. The next thing you want to choose is your margin mode. There is the cross margin mode and then the isolated margin mode. And I prefer using the isolated margin mode because in this margin mode, it is only the funds I am using to enter into that position that would be at fixed. But in the cross margin modes, the entire funds in your margin balance would be at fixed. So I prefer using the isolated margin mode. Click on confirm. The next thing you want to do is to adjust your leverage into what works best for you. I prefer keeping it low so that I don't end up blowing my account. You get? All right, so I keep that at 10. Okay, then the next thing you want to do, you want to choose buy or sell. Now the beautiful thing about Binance Future is that you could actually make profit whether the price is going up or if it's going down. Now if you think the price is going up, you want to click on buy, while if you think the price would go down, then you want to click on sell. Now I personally think the price would go up, so I want to click on buy. Now the next thing that follows, you want to choose your order types. There are a couple of order types here, but since we're entering a position, you want to choose the limit order to enter into a position. That's what I personally prefer. And then the next thing is, at what price do you want to get into this position? Currently the price is at $22.5 per BNB, so I would put my at $22.4. That means when the price retraces, this order will get executed, and then the quantity of BNB I want to buy goes into this input box. Now you could see that the max quantity here is 8, right? The max quantity here is 8. Now this quantity is determined by the leverage I have chosen, which is 10x leverage, and then the amount of BNB I have, which is 0.4. That is what determines the maximum quantity of BNB I can use in entering this trade. Okay, so I'll just use 5, and then the next thing I need to do is simply click on long. I'm buying because I think the price would go higher, so I confirm that, and you could see that the order is now available Yeah, the order is now available at this point. The order is now available at this point. So this is basically how you place trades on Binance. Assuming you want to sell, after this order is executed, you will see the button that says for you to close the position. So that's basically how you could place trades on Binance. As we go further, I would explain more on this so it's easy for you to comprehend. So going forward, guys, there are 5 other types on Binance futures, and I'll quickly open my app to show you these other types and how they operate. So here are the various other types on Binance future. The first one is the limit order. Now, what this limit order stands for is quite simple. This limit order simply means that if the price gets to a particular predetermined value, it should execute. Okay, so you could say wherever the price is, whenever it gets to this particular value, let it execute. That is a limit order. The next thing that follows the limit order is the market order. What you're simply saying with the market order is that let your trade execute immediately without considering how far or without putting any price point. So you're simply saying let your trade execute immediately without considering any price point. So it goes into the market and then it fills that order, or it executes that order immediately. And the next thing that follows is the stop limit. With the stop limit, you're simply saying that when the price gets to a particular price point, which you will call the stop price, right? Then let a limit order be placed. And I already explained what a limit order is. A limit order is a predetermined order, which is so okay, when the price reaches that order, let it execute. So with a stop limit order, you simply say when the price reaches a particular stop at a particular point predetermined, then you should also execute a limit order which is also predetermined. And then we have next after that we have the market order. In the market order, the stop market order, you have the stop market order. In the stop market order, what you're saying is that when the price reaches a particular stop predetermined, you should execute a market order. So a market order means it will go into the market and then execute your order immediately without considering where the price would be. But usually it would take in the most recent price. Right? And then finally we also have the trailing stop. So what the trailing stop does is helps to protect your profit. So assuming the price had gone up, you could place the trailing stop and say, okay, if the price goes down to a particular stop, let it execute. However, if the price does not go down to that particular stop, but it keeps going up, the stop which you have placed, the predetermined stop which you have placed, the predetermined stop will keep moving up with the price as well. But if it falls down, then the stop would hit and then your trade would execute. That is the trailing stop. It is used to lock in profits. So guys, just before I begin to explain P&L, which stands for profit and loss, I must bring to your notice risk management. It is very important you are aware of the risk that is involved when trading Binance futures. No doubt it can bring in a lot of profits, right, if done right, but then it can also bring in significant losses if done wrongly. So with most things in life, never invest more than you are willing to lose. Never invest much more than you're willing to lose. Always keep in mind proper risk management when entering your trade positions. So guys, the next thing I want to explain to you at this point is how to calculate P&L. P&L simply stands for profit and loss. Now just to give you an idea of how it works is this. Assuming you are using a 10x leverage, right? And then you had a trading balance of $100. Now, if you made a 5% move on your account, if you made a 5% profit on your account, usually that 5% would have given you $5. But because you are using a 10x leverage, what you're going to get is $50 in profits. Okay, now that did not take in consideration the trading fees. So by the time you include trading fees and all that factors, it may be a bit less than that, but then it will be very close to $50. Okay, and then also if you made a loss, instead of losing just $5 where you could still have $95 left, you'll be losing as much as $50 on that trade. You could be losing as much as $50 on that trade. Now let us go over to the Binance calculator so I could show you first and how to calculate P&L before entering into a position. So you click on the coin margin futures and then you click on these 3 dots by the side and then you click on calculator. So the calculator is loading and then shortly it should open up. Okay, so here we are on the calculator. Now the way you calculate it is this. First you need to enter
the entry position. So let us assume we're entering BNB. We're looking at BNB, right? Looking at BNB. So let us assume we're entering the position for at $20. We're entering the position at $20. Okay, and then we have plans to exit the position when we get a $5. When we get a 5% profit, 5% on $20 should be $21. So that's our exit. Let us assume that we want to put in 5 BNB, okay, into that trade. Okay, of course, on 5 BNB would actually mean the initial margin which should be taken at this point would be the initial margin which should be taken will be 0.125 BNB. That will be the initial margin we should be taking, and then we have the PNL, that is the profit and loss. Now, because the price moved in our favor, right, the profit which you're going to be making is going to be 0.119 BNB, and then the profit in terms of the return on investment on this is actually 95.24. That's actually the return on investment using a 20x leverage. Now, this is when your trade goes profitably. However, if your trade has gone in an opposite direction, you expected the price will go up ends long, but somehow the price went down. Now, to see how much losses you would make, you can click on this liquidation, and then here you'll be able to see how much losses you would make. So you see, you make exactly the same amount of losses as well, which you would have made in profits, similar to what I explained to you much earlier. So basically, this is how P&L works.
So guys, welcome to the live trading section on Binance Futures. I'll quickly head on to my Binance account as we go over the live trading section. Now make sure you've used our link on the description of this video to create your Binance Futures account, and also make sure you funded the Binance coin margin futures account just as I've explained in this video much earlier. So if that is done correctly, all you need to do is to click on futures. You need to click on futures, so it will take you down to this interface. On this interface, what you need to do is to select your trading pair. Okay, so you click on that, and when you click on that, you see the various trading pairs here. You select a trading pair based on the coin which you have deposited. Now I deposited BNB, so I'm going to select a trading pair from BNB, so I choose on that one. Now the next thing you need to do is to select your margin mode. There is a cross margin and then isolated margin. I'll stick to isolated margin. The next thing you want to do is to select your leverage. Okay, I'm going to stick to the 10x leverage. The next thing you want to do is, if you think the price would go high, you can click on buy. If you think the price will go low, you click on sell. Now I personally think the price will go higher, so I'm going to click on buy. The next thing, after clicking on buy, you need to select your order type. Okay, there are various type of orders here which I already explained. Now we're going to be using the market order so that the trade will be executed immediately. So I'm going to use 2 BNB out of the 8 BNB which I could actually use to enter into this position. Out of the 8 BNB I could actually use to enter into this position. So I'm going to use 2. So I'll click on buy. Okay, so that is confirmed, and you see one position is already open down here. The position is already open down here. Okay, so I'm going to explain what each of these things stands for. And the first thing here is the size. So the size of this position is at 2. This is the size of this position at 2. And don't forget, I said the size is influenced by the price by which we enter into the position. The price by which we enter into the position, it is influenced by the margin we'd use, and then it's also influenced by our BNB holding. Okay, all right, then the next thing, this P&L stands for profit and loss, which I've actually explained previously. Okay, so you see that on this trade I'm currently on a 0.93% loss, and then there is also the margin. Now this margin is the actual amount of BNB that I am risking on this trade. This BNB is the actual amount of BNB. This margin BNB is the actual amount of BNB I'm risking on this trade. The next thing here is the entry price. This is the price at which I entered into this position, 22.479 USD, and this is the current price, 22.453 USD. Now this is the liquidation price. The liquidation price is the price at which you will lose your entire margin balance. So if the price drops down to this liquidation price, I will lose my entire margin balance. And then on this place, on this button, you could actually adjust your leverage. If you so wish to adjust your leverage, you could actually adjust your leverage. So here you could also set your stop loss. You could set your stop loss and stop profit. I already explained this. So you could put a predetermined price and say, okay, when the price reaches this level, let a market order be placed or let a limit order be placed, whichever one works best for you. And then we also have the option for you to close your position instantaneously. So you could use a market order to close your position immediately, or you could change this to limit order and say, okay, if the price goes to any particular a predefined level, then let a limit order be executed. But we're going to change this to market order, and then we're going to be closing this position. So this is everything there is to placing a trade. So let us quickly close this position. So I'm going to close this position right now. Alright, so you see that that has been executed successfully. You can click on this button to see your trade history. So you could click on this button to see your orders. So this is my trade history, the point at which I bought and the point at which I've sold. You see other trades which I've also made in here. So that is for that on how to place trades on the coin margin futures on Binance. That's it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment section. I'll be in the comment section to answer as much questions as I can. If you do not have a Binance account yet, be sure to use the link I'll drop in the description of this video to create one. And then I really want to appreciate you for taking your time to watch this video through to the end. Thank you very, very much. Please like this video, share it with your friends so that more people get to watch and see this video. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.